Alright, what's going on, everyone? My name is John Everything. This isn't a traditional video. It's one that I kind of was leaning on doing and not doing for a little while, but given how long that it's been, and honestly just uh, how the game has been going, I've decided that I don't think I'm going to be continuing on with the Cronos series anymore. This might be a little bit disappointing for you guys, considering that a lot of people have been kind of keeping up with it, and for the most part, like, I've enjoyed it, but there are just a few reasons why I want to kind of just take a small break from it, and or just like not really record any of it anytime anymore, because there are just a lot of things. Basically, I started the series back, I think, in like July, right? I had a lot of prospects for the game. It was really cool. Bloober Team has already done a great job with some of their other stuff, and they did a great job with the Silent Hill 2 remake. And I thought, oh, cool, a new IP. This might actually be pretty cool. But getting into it and playing through it a few times, I noticed that there was like a shift in my channel where I started focusing a lot on just this game, and I would daily upload this and get really far into it. But then it just kind of kept going, and it really didn't. There wasn't really like an end in sight. It's a common theme with like a lot of these games where you have like a starting point and then go on like multiple side quests, puzzles, and areas where like you fight enemies and stuff. Like, it's classic for like Silent Hill series or like Resident Evil. But one thing that I think this game does a little bit too much is puts you in situations where you have to just fight the enemy. Um, Call me dumb if that's the case. I don't mind, but or like a whiny baby, but I just think that like there isn't much variety. Like, there isn't so much a focus on like the story as much as there is like a lot on like the combat and stuff. And not only do they like really ill prepare you for the combat, but like they don't really give you much to work with. I mean, that's kind of being ill prepared to begin with. Like, you really don't get any ammo. Resources to craft things are super scarce, and there's not really like, I think, a way to like upgrade those. Maybe I can check, and maybe that'll bring me back. But it's getting really frustrated for me because like, I want to be able to enjoy the game, and um, it's just I'm not getting that same enjoyment anymore, especially being so late into the game. Like, I couldn't tell you how far I am into it because I've been avoiding looking that up for like spoilers because I genuinely wanted to enjoy this experience, but I haven't really been enjoying making the videos. Like, I do enjoy the game, like it's cool, but I haven't it's not making me happy. Um the videos themselves are kind of frustrating when I can't really make much progress in them because of the difficulty. And that's one thing too. They kind of throw you into like a normal difficulty and like a hard one, which is fair. Uh, I don't always play on like an assisted difficulty. Like, all the Resident Evil games that I've played, I've only played on like standard and above. But sometimes it's just kind of nice when like especially when you're recording something, to lower it just a little bit, because I'm not trying to prove anything to anyone. I'm just trying to enjoy the game for everyone, and like make it so that you guys can see a game that you have maybe not seen in the past and get into it yourselves. That's what my goal was for this, to try to get you guys introduced to like a new series and stuff. But um, in the same time, I was trying to introduce myself into the series, and it didn't really all work out. So I guess that's like my first point. On top of like taking so long in between each upload, like after I would upload a Cronos video, I feel like there have been such large gaps in between each other upload, so you lose interest. And a problem with the series is like you kind of have to commit to the series in order to like feel like you're still keeping an audience engaged. I I failed to do that. I failed to kind of stay up to date with my uploads, doing this daily, trying to get it out of the way. But now it just feels like it's more of like a chore rather than like something enjoyable. And I want to be able to make videos that make me happy. So that's kind of why I've decided to take this time away from Kronos. And I know it's kind of funny, right? I take like a month and a half off of Kronos, and now I'm taking another break off. But there is one thing that I'm specifically waiting for, and it is a new difficulty that they're adding to um, Kronos at the end of the month. It's basically going to be the assisted mode. I don't know if I'll actually be able to change my difficulty in this playthrough, but what I can at least look forward to is that if I did ever want to play the game again, I could do it faster or my way. Not that I'm trying to speed run this game or anything, but it just need a little bit of help. If it would just be nice if they were a little nicer with this. This is like really, really difficult, and I give props to the devs because they did a pretty good job with it. The atmosphere, the world building, the tech, the stuff that you kind of like are able to do in this game with the dive points and all this storytelling and world building is really cool, but it's kind of dragging as well. And they're adding on so much like to the character, to the lore that's happening around you and stuff, and like they keep kind of just building up on it. Um, and there's nothing wrong with that, but I feel like at times there's just a little bit too much to digest. Um, so I know that was kind of like a lot of reasonings all at the same time. Um, so yeah, I mean, I guess we could break them down. It's like I guess one the biggest reason is I kept taking too many breaks in between, and the commitment to making this a series was a lot more difficult than I thought. Getting into a new game, a new IP, I I just don't like how often and repetitive some of the things are in this game, like especially the freaking boss, like 3 stage boss phases. Like I don't think any other game has really done something like that this often. Like Resident Evil 3, for example, had multiple of those. Like they were engaging boss fights, for example. Um, but that game, it's like that one was at least a little more fast paced. Like that one, it was a shorter game. You can get through that one pretty fast, and it's fast. Like Resident Evil 2, for example, was quite a long game, but comparatively to like Resident Evil 3, but it didn't have as many moments where like you're sitting down and fighting. You're more running and trying to solve puzzles, and then you're doing fighting later on. It doesn't primarily focus on that until you get to like the fourth game, and the fourth game just mastered the balance between fighting and like progression. Because here's the thing, you can't even move forward half the time when you're fighting these guys. Like you have to stay in one specific area. You can't really like, I mean, I guess you can't really in Resident Evil 4 or any of those games. I'm just using those games as examples because why not? They're in the same realm as Cronos, and Cronos is in the same realm as them. I just think that they do it a little bit better than Cronos does. Um, it is, but the other thing too is like the enemy diversity isn't really there. I feel like I've been fighting the same type of enemies like all the time. Like you're even seeing this now. Like I swear I've seen those guys just sit there and evolve this entire time. Dead Space is probably the one that I should be comparing this to. I love Dead Space. I think the Dead Space remake was so good, and if you haven't played that, you should, because I think that is a much more engaging experience and what this game wanted to be more based off of, with its futuristic like spacesuit diving era kind of like thing. Masked character like Isaac Clarke, which by the way gets unmasked at the end of the game. I'm gonna cut this part out, but like it's just like, like a masked character and stuff. Like it's cool, but I definitely enjoyed that one and saw that one through. Like I feel like if I wasn't recording, maybe I'll be able to see this game all the way through. And who knows? Maybe someday I'll just do like a gameplay, no commentary gameplay or something. And honestly, I feel kind of bad that like I am gonna put it on a pause for now, until the new difficulty comes out. But that's just what I feel like is gonna make me happy until I feel ready to come back to this game, because I want to record funny stuff. Like I want to record random games. I don't feel like I've found my niche yet. Like how like a channel usually has like a niche that they start out with, like this a specific game or a specific hobby and stuff. Like I want to be able to find that first, and then move on to longer form projects that I could do for you guys as well. Um, I think that'll be more beneficial just in the long run for my own engagement, but also for you guys and introducing a whole wide like array of audience members, because there are a lot of you here, and I want to make sure that like when I mean that I am John everything, I don't just stick to like one thing. I do like a variety of a lot of things that I feel like I would find enjoyable and that you would too. Um, just not just has to be in the name, but like I think that's what an idea that I've had for like ever since I started doing YouTube um, and whatnot. I've just wanted to like do a whole mix of everything and stuff. So anyway, I'm getting towards the end here. Just if for now, I'm not going to be uploading Cronos. I'm not sure what the next upload would be. It's either going to be a video with my girlfriend, or it's going to be a video with either Megabonk again or some other games. But just keep an eye out for that. I'm sure they'll be much more energetic than this one, and I'm sorry again if I disappointed some of you guys with this announcement. I do want to keep up with it at some point. I think for now, I just need to prioritize doing other videos and not feeling so pressured into doing Cronos right now. And once I feel ready, I'll either have a giant mega compilation of all the stuff that I've been missing out on, or I will just play through it on my own and kind of update you guys with some gameplay and do a video like that. You know, kind of like a, maybe not like a video essay. I feel like it's too many of those on the internet right now. Maybe just figure something out. But for now, Cronos is going to get slated. Routine might also get slated as well. I know I haven't made a video on that one in a while. Um, but for now, I'm just going to focus on not doing many big series on my channel, just kind of focusing on one video at a time and going from there. And if I eat my words and I make another series, call me out on it, but hopefully that series is going to be more enjoyable, because I know I still have to do Upturn, but Upturn was pretty fun. It's a shorter game anyway. But anyway, guys, that's all I have for you. Thank you so much for listening to me rant and for hearing me out. If you guys, do, if you did watch this far, I appreciate your support and your understanding. And if you guys do want to see more later on, just let me know. But I think for now, I'm just going to slate it. That's what's going to make me happy. But anyway, thanks so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you guys want to see more. And I will see you guys in the very next video, which will hopefully be by the end of this week. But until then, thank you and goodbye.